Today, I'm going to talk about OLED gaming monitors. And wait, this is not a sponsored video. So if you're really planning to buy the best OLED gaming monitor, make sure you watch this video until the end, because I've covered almost everything you need to know before buying one, including screen size, refresh rate, panel technology, response time, brightness, and of course, the price. And trust me, your next few minutes won't be wasted. Starting off at number 5 is the LG UltraGear 27G S93 QE. And this is for gamers who want to jump into OLED gaming without spending flagship level money. Because let's be honest, once you start looking at OLED gaming monitors, prices can get crazy fast. But this one gives you that premium OLED experience at a much more reasonable price. The first thing you'll notice while gaming is just how insanely smooth everything feels. That 240Hz refresh rate combined with a ridiculously fast 0.03 milliseconds response time makes fast-paced games feel incredibly responsive. If you play games like Call of Duty, Valorant, Apex, or Fortnite, this thing feels very quick. And because it's OLED, the visual quality is where things get really interesting. Dark scenes look incredible thanks to Display HDR True Black 400 and that massive 1.5 million-to-1 contrast ratio. With 98.5% DCI-P3 coverage, games look vibrant without feeling oversaturated. I also like that LG added an anti-glare coating because OLED monitors can sometimes struggle with reflections. This helps a lot if your room has windows or bright lighting. For competitive gamers, you're also getting both NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, so gameplay stays smooth without annoying screen tearing. And connectivity is solid too, with HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4, which makes it great for both high-end gaming PCs and even current-gen consoles like PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. And the adjustable stand is another nice bonus. You can tilt, pivot, and adjust height pretty easily. Now, the honest downside, brightness could be better. While HDR performance looks nice in darker rooms, it won't feel as bright as some higher-end OLED monitors on this list. And if your room gets a lot of sunlight, that may bother you. But at around $499 on Amazon, this is still one of the best budget-friendly OLED gaming monitors. Coming in at number 4 is the Alienware AW2725DF, and this monitor feels like it was built for one type of gamer, people who care about pure speed. If you mainly play competitive games like Valorant, CS2, Apex Legends, or Call of Duty, this thing feels ridiculously fast. That's because Alienware takes things even further with a massive 360Hz refresh rate, and trust me, going from 240Hz to 360Hz isn't something every casual gamer will notice immediately, but competitive players absolutely will. Mouse movements feel insanely fluid, tracking enemies feels smoother, and fast flick shots just feel more responsive. Pair that with an insane 0.03 milliseconds response time, and motion blur is basically non-existent. Everything feels extremely sharp during fast gameplay. But this monitor isn't just about speed. The QD-OLED panel makes visuals look stunning too. Colors feel richer and more vibrant compared to traditional OLED panels, and with 99.3% DCI-P3 coverage, plus Delta E less than 2 color accuracy, the games look incredibly clean and realistic. You're also getting Display HDR True Black 400 with up to 1000 nits peak brightness, so darker scenes look amazing, while HDR highlights pop much harder. And for smooth gameplay, it supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, NVIDIA G-Sync, and VESA Adaptive Sync, which helps eliminate screen tearing. Connectivity is also strong here with DisplayPort, HDMI, USB ports, and even USB-C, which adds extra flexibility. And honestly, Alienware's design looks very premium too. It has that clean, futuristic gaming look without feeling overly aggressive. Now, the biggest downside, this is still only a 1440p monitor. At around $601, some buyers may expect full 4K resolution. So if maximum sharpness for story games or content creation matters more than esports performance, you may want to keep watching. But if your main goal is competitive gaming performance with incredible OLED visuals, this monitor is seriously hard to beat. And for the best deals and exclusive coupon codes like Temu, Hostinger, and AliExpress, visit our website, couponoffer.net. At number 3, I picked the Samsung Odyssey OLED G6. And this monitor feels like Samsung looked at what competitive gamers wanted and then tried to fix one of OLED's biggest long-term concerns: burn-in anxiety. Because let's be honest, a lot of people love OLED image quality, but they still worry about spending this much money on a monitor that might develop burn-in after long gaming sessions. And Samsung clearly knows that. That's why this monitor comes with multiple burn-in protection systems built in. You get Samsung's new dynamic cooling system, which uses a pulsating heat pipe to cool the panel far more efficiently. It also has thermal modulation, logo detection, taskbar detection, and even an automatic screensaver. And honestly, that extra peace of mind matters if you game for long hours every day. But performance is still a huge reason this monitor ranks this high. The 360Hz refresh rate feels insanely smooth for competitive gaming. And with a near-instant 0.03 milliseconds response time, gameplay feels incredibly responsive in fast shooters like Call of Duty Warzone, Valorant, or Counter-Strike 2. And since this is a QD-OLED panel, visuals look stunning. You get deeper blacks, brighter highlights, and extremely rich colors that make both competitive and single-player games look fantastic. The monitor also reaches up to 1000 nits peak brightness, which helps HDR content stand out much more. Samsung also added glare-free technology, which is a huge bonus if you play in brighter rooms. And I really like the design here. At just 3.9 millimeters thin, it looks incredibly premium on a desk, and the built-in core lighting plus ambient lighting gives it a very clean, futuristic vibe. For smooth gameplay, you also get AMD FreeSync Premium Pro support to reduce tearing and stuttering. Now, the downside, just like the Alienware above it, this is still only a 1440p monitor. At around $684, some buyers may want 4K at this price. But if you want elite esports speed, stunning OLED visuals, and better burn-in protection than most competitors, this is easily one of the safest OLED gaming monitors you can buy right now. Taking the number 2 spot on my list is the MSI MPG, and this is where things start feeling truly premium. Because the monitors we talked about earlier were heavily focused on esports speed, but this one gives you something many gamers actually want more: a true balance between speed and visual quality. And the biggest upgrade here is obvious the moment you turn it on. This is a 32-inch 4K OLED monitor. That means games look dramatically sharper compared to those 1440p displays we talked about earlier. Open world games like Cyberpunk 2077, Red Dead Redemption 2, or Black Myth Wukong feel absolutely stunning here. Textures look sharper, details pop more, and the overall experience feels much more immersive. But MSI didn't sacrifice speed either. You're still getting a very fast 240Hz refresh rate with an insane 0.03 milliseconds response time. So yes, this can still handle competitive games extremely well. And because this uses a QD-OLED panel, color performance is fantastic. You get 1.07 billion colors, 99% DCI-P3 coverage, and excellent color accuracy. HDR performance is also strong, with Display HDR True Black 400 certification and up to 1000 nits peak brightness. And I really like the extra features MSI packed in here. You get OLED Care 2.0, which helps reduce burn-in concerns over time. There's also Gaming Intelligence AI features, plus KVM support, which is super useful if you switch between multiple devices. And features like PIP, PBP, and USB-C with 90-watt charging make this monitor surprisingly productive outside gaming too. Connectivity is excellent with HDMI 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4a, USB ports, and USB Type-C. The adjustable stand is also great, and the built-in Mystic light adds a nice premium touch. Now, the honest downside, this monitor takes up a lot of desk space. And if you have a smaller gaming setup, that large 32-inch size may feel overwhelming. At around $869, it's definitely expensive. But if you want true 4K OLED gaming without sacrificing competitive level speed, this is one of the best options available right now. And at number 1, I picked the ASUS ROG Swift PG27UCDM. This monitor feels like ASUS looked at every major weakness of OLED gaming monitors and tried to fix all of them in one product. Throughout this list, we talked about incredible speed, amazing colors, 4K gaming, and better burn-in protection. But this monitor combines all of that better than anything else right now. First, the sharpness. This is a 27-inch 4K display with an insane 166 ppi pixel density. Text looks noticeably sharper, game details look cleaner, and everything feels incredibly crisp compared to larger 32-inch 4K monitors. If you play games like Cyberpunk 2077, Horizon Forbidden West, or Forza Horizon 5, this monitor looks stunning. But ASUS also kept competitive gamers in mind. You still get a blazing fast 240Hz refresh rate with a near-instant 0.03 milliseconds response time. ASUS also added its latest 4th generation QD-OLED panel, which improves text clarity and panel longevity compared to older OLED displays. That alone fixes one of the biggest complaints people had with earlier OLED monitors. Then there's OLED Anti-Flicker 2.0, which reduces flickering for more comfortable, long gaming sessions. And ASUS went even further with OLED Care Pro. The built-in Neo proximity sensor detects when you leave your desk and automatically switches the display to black to reduce burn-in risk. HDR performance is also excellent. You get Display HDR True Black 400, 99% DCI-P3 color coverage, true 10-bit color, Delta E less than 2 accuracy, and Dolby Vision support. So yes, this monitor handles gaming, content creation, and media consumption extremely well. Connectivity is fully future-proof too. You get DisplayPort 2.1a, HDMI 2.1, USB-C with 90-watt charging, and extra ports for flexibility. Now, the only real downside? The price. At around $962, this monitor is extremely expensive. But if you want the most complete OLED gaming monitor available right now, with elite speed, true 4K sharpness, next-gen connectivity, and some of the best burn-in protection we've seen, this is easily the best OLED gaming monitor you can buy in 2026. Now, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will reply to your comment. And hey, I put a lot of effort into this video to help you pick the right OLED gaming monitor. So if it helped you even a little, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. It really motivates me to create more helpful content for you. All the Amazon links with the latest pricing are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.